August 2025 looks like an exciting month for movie lovers, with big action sequels, suspenseful horror, quirky comedies, and heartfelt dramas. There's something for everyone to enjoy. In this video, we're diving into the most anticipated movie releases of August, both in theaters and on streaming. Let us know in the comments which film you're most excited about, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for weekly updates. Nobody 2. The Quiet Man with a Dark Past is coming back in Nobody 2 on 15th August. The sequel to the hit action film from 2021 is directed once again by Ilya Naishuller. Two-time Emmy winner Bob Odenkirk returns as Hutch Mansell, and this follow-up takes us deeper into the world that Hutch once left behind. In the last movie, Hutch unleashed his true self to protect his family and ended up taking down a dangerous Russian crime syndicate. But that wasn't the end, it was just the beginning.
But most of all, you're a dad. Go fix this shit.
In Nobody 2, rumor has it this sequel digs into the mysterious organization Hutch once worked for, and even introduces new faces that might challenge his brutal code. Along with Odenkirk, Connie Nielsen, RZA, Michael Ironside, and Christopher Lloyd reprise their roles from the first film, while Colin Hanks and Sharon Stone play new roles. With a mix of raw action and dry humor, Nobody 2 looks ready to give fans everything they loved about the original. So buckle up, Hutch isn't done yet. My Oxford Year.
A succession of moments is really all we have. And I want mine to be with you.
Romance, ambition, and the charm of England's oldest university. My Oxford Year brings a heartfelt story to the big screen the 1st of August. Based on the popular novel by Julia Whelan, this film brings a bittersweet romance that every sweet memory from your university days can relate to. Directed by Ian Morris, the movie stars Sophia Carson as Ana de la Vega, an ambitious American student who travels to Oxford in England to fulfill her dreams.
These are the best bits.
But she encounters Corey Milcreast's character of a charming local Jamie Davenport who changes both their lives. What begins as a flirty distraction will soon turn into something far more meaningful. The beauty of My Oxford Year lies in its emotional depth that every viewer will feel personal. It's not just a romantic drama, it's about making choices and accepting vulnerability. Whether you're into love stories or just appreciate a well-told coming-of-age film, this one could definitely make a place in your heart. The Pickup.
That's wild.
Sometimes one small decision can spiral into absolute chaos. That's the vibe The Pickup is bringing to Amazon Prime Video on the 6th of August. Directed by Tim Story, this heist action comedy is loaded with fast-paced thrills and wild twists. The film stars Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, and Eva Longoria, a cast that promises both hilarious banter and high-energy action. The plot kicks off with two mismatched armored truck drivers played by Eddie and Pete.
What is this? And who is they?
Change of plans. You two are gonna help me steal $60 million from the casino.
But this cash pickup gets chaotic when they are ambushed by criminals led by Keke Palmer. Eddie Murphy brings his signature charisma, while Pete Davidson adds his quirky humor to the mix. Together, they make an unexpected but oddly perfect team as they try to survive a situation that just keeps getting messier. If you're a fan of heist movies, The Pickup could be right up your alley. Hell House, LLC, Lineage. Get ready to return to the Abaddon Hotel because the doors are creaking open once again. Hell House, LLC, Lineage is the 5th and last chapter in the chilling found footage horror franchise, and it's coming to theaters on August 20th, 2025. Written and directed by Stephen Cognetti, this installment continues to uncover the cursed legacy that has haunted viewers for nearly a decade. Lineage brings us back to where it all began. The film continues the storyline of Vanessa Shepard, portrayed by Elizabeth Vermillier.
Hunted down.
They're all going to be punished.
Haunted by visions and nightmares in the town of Abaddon, Vanessa struggles with mysterious deaths that occur around her. Seeing decades of unexplained murders, she uncovers connections to the Abaddon Hotel and the Carmichael Manor. If you followed the series from the start, Lineage looks like the piece that could tie it all together. New truths and old terrors will bring an end to a franchise that began with a low-budget gem and grew into a cult favorite. Caught stealing.
I need to know that you're a guy that can take care of his shit.
I can handle it.
Caught Stealing is a gritty crime thriller and is set to premiere on August 29th. Directed by Darren Aronofsky, the film is based on the noir novel of the same name by Charlie Huston. It stars Austin Butler in the role of Hank Thompson, a former baseball player turned bartender in New York City. The film begins with one simple favor when an old friend asks Han to look after his cat. Hank agrees, having no clue that the favor is about to drop him in the middle of a violent and deadly criminal web.
Either we go deeper or pick it up.
I don't wanna...
Should I stay or should I?
Suddenly, he's running from mobsters and dirty cops while trying to piece together what the hell is going on. What makes Caught Stealing stand out is how it blends brutal violence with dark humor and unexpected emotional beats. Aronofsky's direction gives it a raw, chaotic energy that mirrors Hank's descent into a world he never belonged in. With fast pacing and high stakes, this unpredictable thriller will keep your eyes glued to the screen. The Naked Gun.
Rest assured, I won't stop until I've found justice.
What do you want, little one?
The legendary slapstick detective is back as The Naked Gun is returning to theaters on the 1st of August. This legacy sequel to the franchise's The Final Insult, 1994, is directed by Akiva Schaffer, and it stars Liam Neeson in the lead role of the straight-faced detective Frank Drebin. Yes, you heard that right, Liam Neeson in a full-blown comedy. Originally made famous by Leslie Nielsen, the Naked Gun films were known for their absurd humor and visual gags. This sequel promises to carry that same spirit while updating the humor for a 2025 audience.
Units responding to hostage situation.
Neeson's Drebin isn't trying to be funny. He's completely serious in the most ridiculous situations, which is exactly what makes it so hilarious. The film also features Pamela Anderson, Kevin Hart, and a few other surprise cameos. We can expect over-the-top set pieces with ridiculous one-liners. In a world full of gritty reboots, The Naked Gun is here to remind us that sometimes a dumb joke is and a straight face is exactly what we need. Weapons.
In my life.
When you see the name Zach Kreger, you know you're in for something that's going to mess with your mind. After surprising audiences with the brilliantly twisted Barbarian in 2022, Kreger returns with Weapons, a mysterious new horror thriller set to release on August 8th. And while the plot has been kept tightly under wraps, the buzz around this film is already building fast. The story begins when one night, all but one child from Justine Gandy's classroom mysteriously run off into the night. Justine and the rest of the community are left questioning who or what is behind the children's disappearance.
Who am I looking at?
Leave the investigating to the investigators.
The cast includes Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, and Austin Abrams, suggesting that we're in for some intense performances. If The Barbarian taught us anything, we are to expect the unexpected. Early comments from insiders hint that Weapons might not just be creepy, but truly unsettling. So one thing's clear, The Weapons is a horror experience you don't want to miss. Trust.
Hello?
When a public scandal forces a rising Hollywood star into hiding, the last thing she expects is danger waiting for her there. Trust, directed by Carlson Young, hits theaters on August 22nd, 2025, with a tense psychological thriller and a chilling twist. The plot follows Sophie Turner as a movie actress who retreats to an isolated cabin following a shocking scandal. But her safe place becomes the one with danger. She becomes trapped in a brutal game when the person she once trusted shows up with deadly intentions. The supporting cast includes Reese Coiro, Billy Campbell, Peter Mensah, and Katie Seagal. With a runtime of just about 86 minutes, Trust wastes no time. The eerie setting framed by cinematographer Alejandro Martinez promises a tight, nerve-bending experience for fans of survival thrillers. If you're into smart suspense that keeps you guessing until the last moment, this one's worth watching this August. The Roses.
Things are getting a little out of hand.
Oh, you think?
Marriage isn't always roses, and in the roses, it turns into an all-out battlefield. Blooming in theaters on August 29, 2025, this dark comedy is a reimagining of the 1989 classic The War of the Roses. It brings a fresh, wickedly funny edge to a story about love gone sour. Directed by Jay Roach, the film stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman as Theo and Ivy Rose, a married couple whose perfect life slowly starts to turn into chaos. The story follows Ivy as a thriving celebrity chef, while Theo, once a successful architect, is struggling with his identity and insecurities. What begins as small cracks in the relationship soon spirals into petty revenge and emotional mind games. And it's not the screaming matches that sting the most, it's the quiet that pushes their bond to the edge. The supporting cast includes Andy Samberg, Kate McKinnon, and Allison Janney, as the film balances biting humor with emotional truth. If you're into comedy with a mean streak in characters, The Roses is sure to deliver. The Toxic Avenger. Toxic Avenger returns in a wild reimagining of the cult classic, set to hit theaters on August 29, 2025. Directed by Macon Blair, this reboot pays loving tribute to the outrageous 1984 original while pushing the weirdness a bit farther. Leading the madness this time is Peter Dinklage as Winston Goose, a janitor turned hideously deformed anti-hero after a toxic accident. Winston isn't your typical superhero. He's not rich, he's not suave, but when corruption and corporate greed threaten his town, he becomes a gruesome force of justice. The story keeps that underdog spirit of the original alive, but it adds a layer of modern satire and heart that's perfect for today's world. Joining Dinklage is a wild cast that includes Kevin Bacon, Jacob Tremblay, Elijah Wood, and Taylor Page, each adding their own eccentric energy to this offbeat world. Whether you're a fan of the original trauma film or completely new to the franchise, this one brings a bloody good time with a lot of nostalgia. Highest to lowest.
That's the question I have for you. Can you handle it?
Imagine living the high life until everything goes terribly wrong. Highest to Lowest, directed by Spike Lee, brings a story like this on August 15th, 2025. This modern-day thriller is a reinterpretation of Kurosawa's High and Low, starring Denzel Washington, Jeffrey Wright, and Ilfenesh Hadera. Washington plays David King, a powerful music executive known for having the best ears in the business. The story kicks off when kidnappers mistakenly snatch the son of King's chauffeur instead of his own child. Suddenly, David is thrown into a moral storm.
Can you handle the money? Can you handle the success? Can you handle the failure? Can you handle the lovers? Can you handle the memes? Can you handle everything that there is in between?
Should he pay a massive ransom to save a boy who isn't biologically his? Or should he refuse and carry that guilt forever? To know which choice he makes, we'll have to wait until the film comes to the big screen. Shot across real New York City backdrops, including subways, Puerto Rican day parades, and Brooklyn streets, the film pulses with raw authenticity. So get ready for a moral maze that questions how far one will go to do the right thing.